ASMR Gaming News. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to ASMR Gaming News. Please hit that like button. Sit back, relax, and let's begin. So, we have a lot of video game news this week. Let's jump in with the Fortnite news. Wow, there is a lot going on with Fortnite. So, first, let's talk about the positive Fortnite news of the week. Fortnite released a big update in the past week here. Basically, it was an update that added the Star Wars lightsabers back into the game. This is all because it ties in with the brand new Ahsoka special unlockable skin that's part of the Battle Pass this season, which also is an unofficial or official collab with the Ahsoka Disney Plus show that is currently airing right now. So I guess Disney, Fortnite working together, to release some kind of collab with the skin coming out right now as the series is ending. So we have a lot of quests and challenges right now, a lot of people using the Ahsoka skin. There are a bunch of challenges with the lightsaber, so people are very happy this week, especially Star Wars fans. So it is fantastic to have the lightsabers back. And now for the negative Fortnite news of the week that a lot of people are kind of disappointed about. So we got two pieces of Fortnite news that aren't the greatest. So the first piece of news, Epic Games is changing the price of VBucks starting in I think the end of October. So very, very soon, VBucks are going to be more expensive. So I have the list right here of the VBuck prices. Basically, right now, you can get 1,000 VBucks for $8, and the new price is going to be about $8.50 for the same amount of VBucks. 2,800 VBucks is $20 right now, and it's going to become $23. 5,000 VBucks is $32 right now, and it's going to become $37. And the biggest amount of VBucks that you can currently buy on the Epic Games Fortnite item shop is 13,500 VBucks, and it's $80. But this new price update is going to make that $90. So for those of us that buy a lot of VBucks at once, yeah, you're gonna spend an extra $10 for the same amount of VBucks. So a lot of people are kind of annoyed at the price increase. Fortnite basically explained this by saying, inflation and rising costs and things like that. Now, the interesting thing about this is, I'm not sure if everybody remembers, but Fortnite VBucks actually used to be more expensive. There was a time when, if I remember correctly, it was like $100 to get, 13,000 VBucks or something. But then Epic Games lowered the prices, so it became cheaper to get a lot of VBucks. And then now they're kind of putting the prices back up to almost where they used to be. So in a way, they're kind of going back to how the game was back when it was super popular, back in the OG, Chapter 1 days. But yeah, kind of crazy. They're increasing the prices, and this is going to happen in the next few weeks. So if you want to buy, some Fortnite skins, or if you want to get some VBucks, you should definitely try to get some VBucks right now before they increase the prices of VBucks for everybody. And then here we have the craziest news that everybody's talking about right now. So Epic Games is apparently laying off over 850 people at the company right now. There's a bunch of reports saying it's somewhere between 800 and 900 employees. But yeah, something like 16% of the people that work at Epic Games are getting fired. Or not really fired, they're just letting them go, as they say, but it's kind of like getting fired for no reason. The reason they gave was price cuts. They're trying to save on paying all these employees. Apparently they had some kind of investors meeting, and they decided that they don't need this many people at the company. And a large amount of the people that apparently got laid off and lost their job were the Fall Guys developers that work at Epic Games. So that is very interesting and also very sad. They posted on Twitter that they lost their job, and a lot of their, colleagues and people they worked with at Epic Games also lost their job. So, yeah, just a really sad situation, It's the absolute worst feeling when you're, like, working somewhere and, you think everything's fine, and then they just tell you, hey, you don't got a job anymore, like, out of nowhere. So that's always, like, the worst feeling. So, a lot of people online are talking about this right now. There's all kinds of reports from employees, people at the company. Some people are saying that this is the reason why Donald Mustard, a few weeks ago, if any of you remember, Donald Mustard, the Epic Games kind of like, chief executive, what was he called? The chief communications officer, I think CCO. He left and kind of like retired. So a lot of people are saying that maybe he knew this was gonna happen, he didn't agree with it, and he left the company. And now it seems like a lot of people are getting fired. There's a lot of responses from people saying, oh, this proves that Fortnite is failing and Epic Games is dying, and they're doing this because they don't have enough money. But then we got some reports that Epic Games has a lot of money. They're just currently losing some money. So that, they have like hundreds of millions of dollars, probably close to billions, I don't know. I know they made a ton of money with Fortnite. But recently, Fortnite has grown in popularity, especially with Fortnite Creative and stuff. But I guess Epic Games realized they didn't need to be paying a lot of these other employees that maybe they felt weren't doing what they wanted at the company. It seems like Epic Games, some sources said, is looking at the future of what Fortnite can become and the future of other big games they're working on. And I guess they decided, hey, we don't really need all these people. And, they decided to lay 16% of their workforce off. So, just kind of disappointing. I'm sure some people decided that in a meeting. But yeah, so the number's somewhere between 800, 900 people, we're getting numbers like 830, 850 people. But yeah, very sad. Now there is kind of a slightly, I would say, thing that makes this slightly maybe not as mean as, say, a company like EA or Activision when this happens. A lot of times when companies lay off employees, it's basically like, hey, we'll pay for your last paycheck, or we'll pay for the amount that you were going to make this month, but after that you're on your own kind of thing. Epic Games apparently is going to be paying everybody's salary for the next 6 months as if they were still working at the company. So they're giving them pay, and as well like a severance package of kind of like a bonus amount of money of just, kind of saying like, thank you for working here at the company. And they also get health benefits, from Epic Games still. If they need any medical help in the next few months, they're still going to cover that stuff. So at least they're doing something like that. A lot of companies do not do that. They don't care at all after they fire or lay people off. So there's some people kind of defending Epic Games about this, saying, well, at least they're going to be paying, for the next 6 months. So people, will still be able to celebrate Christmas and the holidays and not really have to worry about finding a job. Which, is kind of a nice thing, you know. At least there's that. But yeah, just a really tough situation. So who knows what's gonna happen from this? But yeah, apparently some of the people were also there at the company for a long time. We don't know exactly the list of all the employees that lost their job, but yeah. I think Fortnite is okay. There's nothing really bad going with Fortnite. Fortnite's growing in popularity, and Epic Games is doing fine. But I feel like maybe, you know, they didn't really want all these employees there that they hired maybe a few years ago. So they decided to kind of fire a bunch of people randomly this week. Additionally, another person, kind of a famous video game developer, is also leaving a video game company this week. Hideki Kamya, one of the lead developers for games like Bayonetta and Devil May Cry and just a lot of other big kind of hack and slash action games, is leaving Platinum Games. Platinum, company that has been involved with many great games over the last few years, is departing ways with Hideki Kamya, so we don't know the reason why exactly. Some people are saying that Bayonetta 3 may have contributed to this, you know, happening. Possibly Kamya did not like the direction that Bayonetta 3 went, or maybe Platinum Games didn't like what he did with that game, but it seems like they are, you know, departing ways, so he will no longer be working at that company. And we don't know where he's going to be working or what he's going to be doing now. So a lot of video game fans are a little bit sad about that. Let's see, what else do we got here? We have some other news. Pokemon. This is crazy. So there is a Van Gogh. Yes, Van Gogh, the famous artist, has a museum in Amsterdam, which is in the Netherlands, you know, in Europe. And they opened this special exhibit at the Van Gogh Museum for Pokemon. This is like an official collab between Pokemon and Van Gogh. Very interesting collab. Van Gogh is no longer alive for a very long time, and yet they kind of did a collab with Pokemon and the museum to make Pokemon style artwork in the style of Van Gogh's paintings. And there is merch and collectible cards and things that they released at the museum store, and people from all over Europe and the rest of the world were there waiting to buy this stuff. There are videos all over TikTok and Instagram and YouTube of Pokemon fans and resellers, especially resellers, all waiting in line to buy some of this exclusive Pokemon and Van Gogh merch. And people are just posting these on like eBay for like thousands of dollars. So it's crazy right now out there. So who knows what's gonna happen with this. Apparently, if you complete some like quests or challenges inside of the museum, they give you like a free collectible kind of art piece that kind of looks like a Pikachu but in a Van Gogh style. Kind of cool, honestly, that they're doing something like this, but yeah, seems like a lot of people are taking advantage of the situation, and they're buying like just a ton of merch and then selling it online for thousands of dollars. So a lot of Pokemon fans are a little bit annoyed about this situation right now. Counter-Strike 2 is now available on Steam. Yes, you heard that right. Counter-Strike 2, completely free, now available on Steam. So if you're a fan of CSGO, of Counter-Strike in general, you definitely gotta check out Counter-Strike 2. This was announced a while ago. This is not really a surprise, but the game is now available. So if you haven't played CSGO in a while, maybe jump back in, check it out. Online impressions have been very, very positive so far. You can check out some gameplay videos, trailers, and things like that if you just search for it. Netflix announced a bunch of video game related anime series, which is kind of crazy. So right now, literally like yesterday, a new Castlevania animated series premiered on Netflix. It's called Castlevania Nocturne, and it follows the storyline of like Castlevania Rondo of Blood, with the character Richter as the main kind of like protagonist of this new series. So that's exciting. But Netflix also announced this week that they're going to be doing 2 other animated series in the future. One for Devil May Cry, and we got a teaser trailer, which kind of looks awesome if you're a fan of the Devil May Cry games. They show off Dante for a little bit. We get to hear the voice actor, and honestly, this looks like it could be kind of good. And they're also doing a Lara Croft animated series as well. So looks like video games and anime are doing well on Netflix, so it seems like they want to do more like that. This week, Master Chief drops into the Rainbow Six Siege game. This is like the craziest collab ever. But yes, Halo's Master Chief now available in Rainbow Six Siege. This is a collab that honestly I would never think would happen, but here we are. So if you're a fan of Halo, Master Chief, and if you play Rainbow Six Siege, this is for you. So pretty cool collab. The community really likes it from what I've heard. And apparently this is not the only game that is getting a crazy collab, but Call of Duty Warzone, the new Call of Duty update came out, and this is like the Halloween, I believe, update. But basically, they added a bunch of characters from just all types of different media into Call of Duty right now. We have a skin for Lilith from Diablo in Call of Duty now. There is a skin for Alucard from the Hellsing series. Yes, the Hellsing anime and manga series. We have Alucard from that. Spawn apparently is in Call of Duty, and that's not it. Like, there's a bunch of other characters as well. We previously got like Nicki Minaj and Snoop Dogg in Call of Duty, so it seems like Call of Duty is getting all the crazy collabs right now. So the community is loving this. There are actually people that are big fans of some of these characters, and they're downloading Call of Duty just to get these skins. So I think it's definitely working to get new people to play the game. So that is awesome. I can't wait to see what they do next. Let's see, what else do we got here? I have to say, today or this week is the week of people just retiring or getting fired or leaving their jobs. After many years being the boss over at PlayStation, Jim Ryan, he was in charge of PlayStation basically. Apparently he's going to be retiring. He announced that he is retiring from PlayStation in March 2024. And yeah, PlayStation fans are very like surprised about this. This just randomly came out this past week. He said he's stepping down. The reason is, since he works for PlayStation, he has a family and he has to travel a lot. He has to go to Tokyo, and then he goes back to California and to Tokyo again and again. And he says that the kind of like trips, being on the airplane, long nights, not sleeping, because the time zone difference is like a bunch of hours there between Japan and California. I don't know exactly, but I know it's a lot. And I know it does mess with your head and your sleep schedule. And he just said that he felt like it was sleepy all the time, tired all the time, kind of annoyed. And it was too much. He isn't a young person, so older people definitely want to get their sleep. So yeah, he announced that he's retiring, and another PlayStation kind of head over there is going to be taking his place. I can try to get his name if I find it. Let me see. I can't. Oh man, I'm gonna check. But yeah, he's gonna be leaving. So this is kind of disappointing to a lot of PlayStation fans that have been honestly enjoying Jim Ryan being there. There were some people that didn't like him that much at the company. They felt that the previous kind of president of PlayStation did a better job. But honestly, Jim Ryan's been pretty cool. You know, he helped out with the launch of the PlayStation 5 and just the future of PlayStation in general. I feel like he definitely helped the brand grow worldwide. Okay, we got the name here. So apparently the person that is going to be kind of taking the position of PlayStation, kind of like the head chairman right now, is going to be somebody called Hiroki Totoki. I hope I said that correctly, but yeah, Mr. Hiroki Totoki is going to be taking over for Jim Ryan as he's retiring. And I guess they're going to be looking for somebody else possibly after that, but yeah, this is going to be very interesting. So I wonder who's going to become president of PlayStation after this, but wow, that's very interesting news. Let's see what else we got here. I'm trying to see if I'm missing any important video game news. Oh, speaking of PlayStation, I wonder if this has to do with this Jim Ryan leaving. So this week, a huge leak came out that a ransomware group apparently hacked into Sony's PlayStation servers and stole a bunch of customer info and secrets and things like that. So Sony came out, made a statement about this, but a lot of people are very worried. So honestly, this is still like a developing story. We don't really know all the information that was stolen, or if anything was actually stolen. There's a lot of other kind of hacker groups that are saying that this ransomware group is just lying and that they didn't actually hack anything. So there's some people asking that they need proof, but as of right now, there are some people that said they got their accounts on PlayStation hacked. People that had credit cards on their PlayStation accounts said they had some strange kind of activity going on where people were trying to use their cards. So yeah, if you're on PlayStation, make sure to be, safe on there. Make sure to have your, passwords and two-factor authentication and all that stuff, because until we hear more about this from Sony and just in general, it really seems like Sony got hacked again. And I say again because back in the PS3 days, Sony also got really, hacked, big time. And a lot of people got their data stolen, and it was a terrible situation. PlayStation, online went down for a long time. So a lot of PlayStation fans are really hoping this is not a repeat of that kind of whole situation. And that's kind of it for this week. So thank you all for listening, for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you all next week. So thanks, and